Yo, guys, Urban Bars brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And guys, we're not with music today, but we're with the educational system, and we're with our man, once again, Thomas Sowell. And yes, guys, I'm wearing my jacket again, guys. We're literally 2 weeks removed from a heat wave, and it is so cold and dull outside. And a little aside as well, guys, today is a day that they are burying the Queen, our Queen Elizabeth II. So maybe that's a factor. It is cold, it is dark, it is damp, and it is dank. It's not a great day, guys, and I'd just like to say rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth II. But guys, on to education and on to our man, Thomas Sowell. I love what this man talks about, and today he's talking about a pet that he really loves to talk about, and that is how universities keep creating jobless Americans. So guys, let's get it.
But I mean, to me, multiculturalism is like the caste system. It means it confines you to where you happen to have been born.
That's interesting. So we literally come into this midway through a conversation, and our man says it's akin to the caste system. So literally, you are defined and you are confined to whether you were born into. Let's run that again, guys.
But I mean, to me, multiculturalism is like the caste system. It means it confines you to where you happen to have been born, regardless of how many opportunities there are in the world.
And he says, you're confined to where you've been born, no matter how many opportunities there are in the world. And I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going again to another aside here. As soon as he said this, I was thinking of, is it Robert Kiyosaki? I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but he's the guy who did Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he's the same thing because he said that it's really weird. It's like the rich teach their children to think about money and jobs and opportunities in a vastly different way to the rest of us. I mean, it's almost like a different language. So they seem to get on, and we seem to do all the hours, do all the exams, do all the studying, do all the this, the that, and the third. And we seem to be on a treadmill, on a rat run. But these guys have a different way of thinking and a different way of approaching how they look at education, how they look at jobs, and how they look at making money and making themselves get on in life. So it's a really interesting one here. So our man is talking about this, Thomas Sowell. He's talking about this is akin to the caste system. I'm going to rerun it once again, guys, because yeah, I think we just need to know this.
But I mean, to me, multiculturalism is like the caste system. It means it confines you to where you happen to have been born, regardless of how many opportunities there are in the world for you to advance by learning something else beyond where you were born.
Yeah, right. And we see that in United States as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's led by the intelligentsia in our country on college campuses. They even have vice presidents for diversity.
Oh.
Vice president. Oh, I'm not going to say anything because I just can't stop myself laughing.
Oh
People.
gosh! Oh yes.
Really?
I mean, spending
Really?
millions of dollars all over our country at universities, driving up the cost of the university by having all these offices, nonsense offices that.
I love that. He's taking my word. Nonsense. I don't say nonsense. I say nonsense because it doesn't make sense. Really?
That did not exist yesteryear.
That's true, but the vast amount of money that they waste is really the least of it. What they really waste that's more valuable is the time of the students who, after all, are young and inexperienced. They may think it's wonderful to sit around and rap about racial issues or glass ceilings and all that kind of stuff. But none of that is going to allow them to have a marketable skill when they leave that institution. And this is the problem. This is the problem in a number of countries, not just in the Habsburg Empire, but around the world.
Yeah, that's so true. And I keep saying to people that we are all forced and funneled into one form of educational system, which I personally think that we've been dumbed down. and this is since 1870. I keep saying it, I might be wrong, but I keep thinking it's the Franco-Prussian, their model, their idea of education, which is like learn by rote and all this kind of nonsense. And you learn the same thing, everyone learns the same thing. But are we really questioning what we're learning? I don't know. I don't know.
To the present time, that wherever you have a newly arising intelligentsia from some group that is poorer, they typically specialize in the softer subjects. They do not learn science, math, medicine, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I like that. So literally, we've opened up the gates. And I actually said at some point as well, a few years ago, 20, 30 years ago, etc., it was a vastly smaller percentage of people went to university. So another sort of set would go on to skills like diplomas, etc. And they learn skills like carpentry, plumbing, all that sort of stuff, etc., etc., which was good. But if you have everyone and his brother and his mother and his sister and this, that, and everything else going to university, does that not downgrade the value of the degrees? I don't know, because then you have a whole heap of people all degreed up, all tooled up with degrees, all fighting for the same job. So I don't understand that. So yeah, it's good to get a good education, but when you take it out into the marketplace, this is what I think Thomas Sowell's saying here. The real sort of the benchmark of these ones are your sciences, your mathematics, those ideas for your proper degrees, like your language degrees, etc., and all these diversity, this, that, and the third, whatever, learning how to do crochet, etc., etc., or I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to say anything because I don't want to upset people. But really, have you just wasted 3 or 4 years of your life because getting a job probably won't help you at all in getting a job if you've got a degree in looking at, I don't know, how paint dries. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to wheel that again, guys. I'm going to wheel it again.
A newly arising intelligentsia from some group that is poorer, they typically specialize in the softer subjects. They do not learn science, math, medicine, all that kind of stuff. They learn all kinds of stuff that's much easier. And then when they get out into the world and discover there's absolutely no demand for that kind of stuff, then they become identity merchants.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's so true. Because I was just saying that because at one stage only a small percentage would go on to university. Well, I'm not saying a small percentage, but it was a much smaller percentage of people going to university. So that meant the degrees that were offered, they were more robust and they were more sort of fitted, as he said, to the standards. Whereas now we've had a whole plethora of degrees just rise up, all sorts of weird and wonderful degrees. I mean, it's great that, you give people the chance to study something that they may be interested in, but it's not really going to help them in the long run. So this is what I think our man here is saying. It's like how universities keep creating jobless Americans. And it's the fault, and two things. It's the fault of the universities. They're throwing up all these baubles, all these weird degrees, whatever, but are they really going to help and assist anyone in the long term? We don't know. The only thing that, in my opinion, it helps and assists is it helps and assists the universities to collect money from us going out to the unis thinking that we're going to get a degree that'll set us up for life. And these degrees are not cheap. They cost a lot of money. So we're literally paying for the upkeep and, the expansion of universities in some ways under false pretenses, because all these Mickey Mouse degrees that I'm sorry to say it, guys, all these Mickey Mouse degrees that they offering to people, young people, etc., they're not going to help them in the slightest once they've graduated and they've left the university. So I get this title 100%, and it was how universities keep creating jobless Americans, because there is pressure on the jobs that are out there already. But if you've got a really good, robust degree, something that people know is solid, as opposed to a degree into, I don't know, confetti on something, who are you going to choose? I don't know. So guys, that was our man Thomas Sowell. That was me talking out again here at Urb'n Barz. Hope you like that. If you like that, please share And, just let people know what you think down here in the comment section. But also, guys, if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel here at Urb'n Barz. I'm laughing, guys, because I was just thinking about those Mickey Mouse degrees. Really? Really? Guys, it's just fun and games. It really is. But have a great day. Have a great evening. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. And let's meet up again at the next Urb'n Barz reaction.